Illuminate is the title of this collection, and it is a beautiful one. There are papers, there are ribbons. Well, you would expect that. There are dazzles, there are flowers, but brand new, there are enamel dots. There are 60 of them. They're going to match perfectly, and there are die cuts and a Paper Wishes exclusive embellishment set. So let's start with the papers because that's just the best place to start. And here we have, there are 12 papers, as you would expect. They're 12 by 12, 80-pound paper. The packaging will show you some ideas for scrapbooking as well as card making, and there are more on the back. And that's just to kind of jumpstart your creativity. Now let me show you the papers. They have this gorgeous watercolor look. And in addition, there are botanicals, some succulents, flowers, all in it. Just a wonderful mix, absolutely wonderful. So here is the first sheet. Here is that watercolor in a purple, so you can see how you can mix and match. Here's another one with a row of botanicals at the bottom or on the side or at the top, however you choose to do it. And we also have an all over in the blues and the greens and some spattering of white on there. And then we have corner treatment of the botanicals over the watercolor and a green one. It also has some splashes of botanicals coming in. The back side, well, you're going to get some florals. You're going to get them in a watercolor look as well as a purple with those flowers behind it. Here in the blues and the greens are just gorgeous. And in more of the greens, kind of splotches of the watercolor, and then in the reds with those tone-on-tone botanicals on the corners. Oh, so pretty. Now, let me show you the die cuts. This season is we're doing die cuts. We have 2 sheets for you, and they are already die cut. They are on a cardstock for you, a very sturdy one, I might mention. Also, there are butterflies here, and some of the butterflies will pop up just the wings, but they stay attached to the die cut. Isn't that nice? So you've got those as well as borders and swirls, banners and tags and flourishes all over. And so you've got 2 of those. There are 39 die cuts for you. They match perfectly, as you can see. Our dazzles are in a gold, and there are 81, as you can see. Again, the packaging will show you some ideas. And let me turn this over so you can see the 81 that are in the package. These great big frames are so perfect for journaling or for card making. The borders come in 6-inch lengths, as you know. They join together to perfectly make a 12-inch border. And you can see all of the vines and the leaves and the flowers, just gorgeous. So that's part of the set. Let me get to the enamel dots. Well, you can see that they're going to match perfectly, and there are 60 in the package. The buttons, or the button embellishment pack, has buttons, it has beads, it has sequins, it has pearls. This too is an exclusive to this collection, and you can only see it here at Paper Wishes, and you can see how perfectly everything matches. Well, of course it does. That's what we've done. Speaking of perfect matches, how about the ribbons? And here they are. Just, it's a bright, fun assortment. Something that's brand new is this one. Look at that. Velvet and sequins are stitched onto this ribbon. Isn't that gorgeous? 36 inches of each of the ribbons. You can see the metallic, you can see the grosgrain, you can see the crepe and the mesh. We have sheer in here. We have a really fun dot as well as a micro gingham. And you can see all of the colors. Again, of course, perfectly curated. I love that word, curated, to go with the papers. And finally, we have purple flowers. There are 9 of them here with a couple of leaves, and it too is going to go perfectly with the collection. Now, let me show you some ideas of how you can use these. As I said, those squares or the frames in the Dazzles are perfect for card making, and you can see. So that's our focal. We've added the die cuts, including those that lift up. You can see the enamel dots and the embellishments and the flowers and the ribbons. Everything's right here, and on the inside too. Now again, there's another one that makes a perfect card. Oh, so pretty. And I love tearing the paper and inking it just to add such a nice dimension. Now, if you're scrapbooking, these are going to be perfect also. You can see whether you have one photograph or multiples, you can use the die cuts, the Dazzles, all of them to embellish your photo and not to take away from it. Something I want to show you here is how those Dazzles work so beautifully with the papers. They just become almost an extension, but a golden extension of your of the Illuminate papers. Here is another of the sheets, bright and shiny. I love this idea of letting the butterfly wing kind of overlap the photo. It makes a really pretty look. I am so surprised. I knew these papers could work for so many things, but I never thought about horses, but our design team did. And isn't that great? This is kind of a so versatile set. And speaking of that, Gail turned it into a wonderful, striking masculine page. Here's one side of the page, and here is the other. Now, many of these were done for the Scrapbooking Premier Kit, and those members receive the papers and everything first. And Gail also toned down the gold by tapping it with an ink pad. So you can see it's not quite as bright and shiny as it is in the package, and I think it's a beautiful look and a great technique. Okay, lots of ideas to go with Illuminate. We've got papers, you've got die cuts, first time ever. We have Dazzles, of course. We have the enamel dots, ribbons, embellishment pack, and flowers. It's all here. It's ready for you. Now, if you were waiting for the free download, I don't mean to disappoint you, but we've done the die cuts instead. So they're all die cut. They're ready for you. It's true, they're not free, but they're a very good price, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with them. Illuminate's the title, and I think you're going to have a great time with it too.